Hey, all right, here we are playing a little bit of Minecraft, doing some Minecraft therapy. And today, we've, well, I wouldn't say today, but this week we cleared out a lot of wood. We murdered more forest, and we have a new tree. I did an oak tree. It's kind of weird. To be fair, it is absolutely ugly, but it's my ugly tree. And I noticed that the oaks kind of have like a ball on top of them. Oh no. And that ball on top of the oak, it's flat on the underneath, but some of these bigger ones, the ball kind of descends down and it like comes off of the points. So that was the concept over here. So let's go ahead and throw our armor on for when we fall down. We got those feather falling boots for that. So each one of the points that came off on these branches, we put a 6 leaf blocks out from the center, in each direction, and then we filled it in, and then I left it so that there was like some points hanging off the end of it, just for funsies, so it's a little bit different. We built the tree differently than we had been before. I did a 32 was the base of the stacks that I was using. And so I would do a 32 base with a little bit of a branch, and that would fork out. So instead of going up or down, I just went sideways, and I put a split in it. This is the first time I've put a split into it. So that they don't go up or down, they just go sideways. And then I would do another 32 stack, but I would do 5 2 1 5 2 1 2 5 2 1 2, and I was spiral forming those around, and I'd alternate, make a branch section, then do a spiral section, and then I put on leaves. And I'm stoked on it. It's different. I haven't lit it up or anything, like put any lichen or lamps or anything in there yet. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it, but it exists. And each one of these pillars of 32 scaffolding, I think I'm going to have another 32 type tree stuck in those places. I did a lot of landscaping to try to like pick out areas where I want the trees to be jutting out. So I'm stoked on that. That's pretty great. It's turning out the way in my head what I was kind of wanting. So it's neat. It's almost like a little different. All right, it's starting to rain. Let's go over here. Our cactus farm is doing its thing. I have to come by and hit the flowers off every once in a while, because it seems like they stop the cactus from growing once they throws out a flower. It's not perfect for gathering, or most of the time it doesn't gather. But we do have some here. Got 40 cactus here and 31 without actually having to really do much. An Enderman somehow snagged this block, I swear. Like there was a block there. And then let's hide underneath this mushroom here. We need to farm a bunch more mushrooms so that we can make more mushrooms for the bigger tree here. We got all the leaves and branches filled up on this dark oak tree. And we also finished our, what is this thing called? Cocoa plant. So that works. Water comes out the top. Hit the button again to make it so the water stops coming out of the top. Cascades down. Pops up all of these things that it can. It's not perfect, but it does get the job done. And then I have to go through, collect all the cocoa beans, and then replant them again. Not the biggest deal in the world. Don't need too much more brown dye, I don't think, because I have a bunch of them stored up. I've even tried bone mealing a bunch of them. Sending them through the composter to see how much bone meal I can get out of them. You don't get much. We'll take care of this some other point in time. I just want to snag the fruits of our labor before they despawn. We could do better. We could probably enclose the whole thing, set up some hoppers, something along those lines. But for now, I'd say this is, efficient. That's quick. We got a bunch of stacks of the copper beans, the cocoa beans. Let's see here. We're running out of space to stash things. Let's see here. A couple more stash there. And one here. And just throw those down right there. Here's a couple concepts for our mushrooms. Made them like a quad mushroom growing off the side. And I would like some better lights to light these things up. I got one missing. I need to chop off that one block right there to even it up. But I wanted to put some kind of mushroom light underneath there to get these things lit up a little bit more so that at nighttime it really shines down from underneath the caps. I do have some candles on the top of it. And we almost burnt down this entire tree. Because I was putting on candles on any top-facing wood block that's not covered in leaves. These like this. And I've covered the whole tree going all the way up to the top. And the last candle that I was putting down and lighting on fire, I managed to light the tree on fire. And holy smokes, the whole top of it was up in flames. So I had to start carrying 2 water buckets with me because I didn't even have 1 water bucket with me because it was over here in this dispenser here for when I was making this cocoa beans. So yeah, really messed that up. We've done tons more fishing still and have not gotten a mending book yet. I am feeling very disheartened on my mending book adventure there from getting it from fishing. So not the end of the world, but really wanted that to happen, so that we can go fight the dragon and stuff like that. But we keep finding ways to distract ourselves, especially when it comes to doing new things with our area here. I'm thinking with this, we got a lot of open space here, and I don't want to just fill it with trees. These are going to be like the farmable type that are in these like little sections next to where it tears down. So we got the dark oak here, and we got the mangrove over there. Where this cherry tree is, I kind of want to put a giant cherry tree, possibly. Not 100% sure on all the locations and what they are, but I don't have a lot of other logs. I mean, I got a couple double chests full of dark oak and leaves. I typically strip all the leaves off, and then I grab all the logs. It's a bunny. We need to farm the bunnies. We haven't got a little bunny farm yet. It's an angry guy. We cleared out this area over here to the side. Because I'm thinking on this top edge over here would be a good spot to put a giant spruce. On the backside there, and then maybe even a snowman up on the top of the mountain or something akin to being snow-like. I'm carrying around flint and steel right now because I was really wanting to just like set this forest on fire because I've been chopping wood like crazy, and I just wanted to burn this whole mamma jamma down and just go down this whole line. But the reality is I probably shouldn't burn it all down, and just gather it. Dealing with just regular oak that's grown tall is a nightmare and a half, to get all the logs and leaves and stuff. But it's a great distraction. And that's what I'm looking for here in the Minecraft therapy world, because not everything is as copacetic and as easy as just turning on Minecraft and playing. Right now, we're playing with just regular textures. We're actually on 1.26.1. Let's get underneath here. No rain. That's going to be the on the loading screen for it. When you're in the launcher, it shows them writing a ghast. So somehow you get to write a ghast in this new update, but I don't know how to do that. I haven't really looked into it, but it's a possibility. And then so once we updated, we're kind of hosed on going back, I think, for our textures. So for using the Faithless for now, we'll be just using vanilla textures. I managed to get the panorama. I did a panorama. I watched a little neat YouTube video on how to make a panorama. So there's a panorama I have for once I log into Minecraft. That's just this little area here spinning around. So that's fun. I was able to edit the code for that to make it so that it works for this most recent version, but I couldn't MacGyver the Faithless texture pack. That's above my my gamer grade for figuring that out. So yeah, we're doing pretty good on the building and keeping things going. But as for staying sane and getting our problems solved and dealing with our issues, holy smokes! Once again, it's a fight to admit and deal with what we're holding back on and what we're not dealing with. Despite my constant efforts of thinking about it and like plotting and planning on what I would say and what I would go through when I click record, and it just doesn't come out. And a lot of that admitting to what I feel and think and I'm trying to do is constantly just a blur. So yeah, we're just gonna get by doing what we do. There's a double stuffed Oreo hanging out, doing his thing. Yeah. We have so many bows and fishing rods from fishing. Like right now is prime time for trying to catch a book from mending, and we're foregoing that for the moment. But let's have a look in here, and we could see armor bows. Here we go. So these are all been fished up. A bunch of them are okay, nothing perfect. And then here's our fishing rods. Good collection of them. And our oak stuff is crammed full. We got dark oak spilling into the wrong chests, and I don't have any more empty chests to move things around, in this original storage area. So we're kind of running into a little bit of a storage issue there. When it comes to our the dogs are interesting, with the sounds and the way they look. It's pretty cool. They've changed. We got a pig riding our rails. And haven't really been doing much collection on our resin either. Still got tons of honey. This is our best farm of this stuff so far. Like very hands-free. Like we got loads of that going on. So loads of honey. So we could relocate some of our farms. This was our original area for our farms, but we could spread them out and kind of make it so it's more of like a rural or farmland kind of type scenario. I don't know. We could spread them out in these big open areas, but we could also make a villager type place too. So we could start bringing some villagers in the distance. There's some just past the jungle forest and over the hills that way. And we can go and start gathering all the different types of villagers from the different places and bringing those together and make little villager huts around this place, I guess. Make it more lively. And then put some farms around the edges here, around the tiers of the trees and stuff. So we got some things we can do. Constantly trying to find ways to not do our big project, not do what we're committed to do. And in a way, it's a blessing. It's a good thing, because what's the point of doing any of this, really? We're in the end, there's no real big deal. It's not going to affect anything. None of this has any merit. Yeah, we're just here hanging out, doing our thing, just entertaining ourselves. Yeah. So I don't know. I hope you have a swell day. Be well, take care, take luck. Don't really have much else to say besides, do your thing. Later.